Budden. Here's what happened at first. Joe Budden had talked about Candace Owens in a positive light. This is a big deal. Joe Budden is a rapper. I used to listen to Joe Budden all the time. He was a great lyrical, kind of abstract rapper and did some work with Slaughterhouse. Eminem had beef, but then figured out that the podcast game, if you can do a podcast like he does, he's very good. It's much better than the rap game. You do podcasts every day. You upload them. People listen to hours and hours. They don't listen to hours and hours of your album. You got an album that comes out once every year at most. So he's very influential in those spaces that don't like Candace Owens. Listen to this.
I really do feel bad that one of my new favorite people is Candace Owens. Not politically.
Had to clear that up.
But when she cuts that off and is just a girl, she is the funniest person on the planet. By far. She's like political Azalea Banks.
The hope-apocalypse that we are facing, it's amazing to follow these women and the way that they think. And chief among them right now is Ariana Grande.
Chief among them.
I actually think that she suffers from some random hoe disorder where she actually likes it when a man is taken. She's like, I like that. I want to just, I need that. Like she's just turned on by it in a weird way. She didn't care if he was ugly, nothing. She just said, I want to break up his family.
Candace Owens,
I'm on adoption.
If you're watching, which you're probably not, we got a seat for you up here. we got a seat for you. Any seat you want. Come up here and let's just do the Lord's work.
Ooh, Joe Budden, you better have meant it because I was watching. I'm watching. I just watched it again. Actually, I think I've watched it now about 3 times, and I'm going to take you up on your offer publicly. So now you can't do anything squirmish. You can't be like, oh, no, I'm not going to have you. I will definitively join your podcast and we can talk. And one of the things we're going to talk about is why every time any person in Black media or any Black commenter on the internet agrees with me, they always have to do that thing in the beginning. Oh, I just want to be clear. I don't agree with her politically. I don't think I agree with her politically. I don't get it. It's like a weird prayer that you have to say so that you'll still be accepted by Black people and you're still allowed to comment on Black issues as long as you say that you don't agree with Candace Owens. I'd like to know what it is that you don't agree with when it comes to my politics or why everyone feels compelled to say that, which is why I am so happy to humbly accept your offer. I don't even know where you from. I will be there.
Yeah, and the news is they already recorded it. That happened quickly. And then let's take a look at the reaction. So they already recorded it, and then they came out with this picture saying like, Candace Owens, Joe Budden, they did that thing. Joe Budden and Candace Owens have an interview on the way. Need it or keep it is what they were saying on this blog. I need it. Candace Owens 2028 is where I'm at right now. She is the queen of MAGA. She has the right take on those countries, those Semites 7,000 miles away. She has the right take on America first. She has the right take on Donald Trump. She respectfully interviewed Donald Trump, pushed back against Donald Trump multiple times. I think she is a great populist figure, even with her take on the Middle East, still friends with Charlie Kirk, courageous. Oh yeah, she's up there right now. And if you look at it, Pete Rosenberg, this is Peter Rosenberg, people call him Pete to be disrespectful, said, I'm so sick, I'll tell you who he is in a second. I'm so sick of the idea that conversations need to be had with trolls, immoral, in exchanges, ideas among smart, good people is useful. He called Candace Owens a bigot, a troll. Well, he said so sick of the idea that conversation, so he didn't even do it directly, which is really some crazy stuff. If you're gonna do it, just say it. But that's what he said. So sick of the idea that conversations need to be had. He's talking about Candace Owens, bigots, trolls, amoral a-holes, exchanging ideas among smart, good people is useful. Now, he could have been talking about Joe Budden, too, because they've had beef going back some time. But Peter Rosenberg, if you don't know, is on Hot 97. This is one of those Blackiman radio stations, hip-hop, and he plays songs. He does a wrestling podcast, too. He does a lot of different stuff as a DJ from back in the day. And his daddy, though, so he said that, like, basically hateful Black people and all that kind of, the same old nonsense there. Candace Owens had to come from, I don't even know if he he knows of Candace Owens, but I don't know if he knows that Candace Owens she does not let that kind of stuff go. She's not like one of those type of Republicans, or I wouldn't even call her a Republican, but she's not one of those type of people. She will go. Remember, she goes at anybody, everyone, even her own coworkers. She'll go at. Candace Owens said, "I love this so much. I don't know who Peter Rosenberg is, but I want to thank him for freaking out about me and Joe Budden speaking with each other. We just talking. I said she's the Black Harriet Tubman, but she's not. I said dragging people out, but not beyond their will." She'll just tell them, talk with them. I got no beef. If you don't agree, don't agree, but let's articulate it. And Joe Budden is a very smart person, very lyrical. So he's going to have to be very careful and prepared. But she said they talked for like 3 hours. So we'll see. We'll cover this when that comes out. Candace Owens said one of the topics me and Joe covered is who exactly is behind trying to prevent and fracture Black American relationships via the media. Candace Owens needs to be protected at all costs. Literally, who the hell is Peter Rosenberg, who grew up in one of the wealthiest towns in America to step to two Black people who came from nothing to tell them they shouldn't speak? Who the hell is Peter Rosenberg? Serious question. And then here's what she said after that. Peter Rosenberg, I would like to invite you to shut the hell up when Black people are speaking with one another. And you know I'm not into all that black stuff. With Candace Owens, she gets not a pass, but I don't mind it from her. She does Blexit. She talks about this black stuff and all that kind of thing. But she also, remember, with Ye, wore the White Lives Matter shirt. To me, that balances the race stuff out. If you do both of those, that's a wash with me. And Candace Owens, I think she has aspirations politically. We want to see her at some point get away from Daily Wire. I like Daily Wire, but I don't know if she's being held back or not. And it just seems that whole Ben Shapiro thing is just kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know how she's feeling about it, but they never met. They never, as far as like publicly talk to clear the air on that. It's just weird to me. And then even Charlie Kirk is he's great, but then he's really bad on those Semites. So Candace Owens is the one. Candace Owens and then young Nick. Those are the two leaders. And I would say Queen Owens. If Owens announced right now, I'd be out campaigning. Let me know what you think. Candace Owens and Joe Budden, they sat down to meet. Woo! I can't wait for that one. She said it'll probably be about a week before it drops. I might have to subscribe to Joe Budden's podcast, but I'll give you those updates.